All right, so this workout is precisely what the Open is all about. When it gets posted and announced, it's supposed to make you feel nervous. It's supposed to make you doubt yourself. And it's supposed to provide you with an opportunity to find out, how deep can you dive into that sort of pain cave, but also in terms of some higher skill movements. So before I get into some tips, the first is to determine which workout version you should do. So if you are someone who has never attempted pull-ups, when you go to the gym, you don't do pull-ups, it's not something you're comfortable with or have tried, then this isn't the time to learn. I recommend doing the foundations workout here, and you're going to get an opportunity to work on some of that pulling movement, either bent over rows, and then you get into a jumping pull-up and a jumping chest to bar. If you are someone that has been working on your pull-ups, maybe don't have them yet or have one, then I recommend doing the scaled version because you're going to get into your jumping pull-ups, but then you're going to have an opportunity to give all your training a try. And again, this is what the Open's all about. This is when you're going to get either your first pull-up or your first set of 3 or your first set of 10, or who knows at that point. In addition, there are single unders. So if jump rope is, again, a little bit new to you or something that you haven't not been practicing, this is where you get to practice your single unders in the scaled version. Also, if you're someone that maybe you do have your pull-ups but aren't training high volume pull-ups, or you haven't done chest to bar pull-ups, scaled version is probably also another good option to give yourself a go, to challenge yourself with the movement and see what you can come up with in the pull-ups and chest to bar pull-ups. Now, if you are someone that does have pull-ups and does have double unders, is working on pull-ups and working on double unders, and maybe you don't have your chest to bar yet, or maybe you have a few chest to bar, then go for RX. This is when you're going to get your practice of your pull-ups in, you're going to get your practice and your execution of your double unders in, and this is where we're going to see what you're made of in terms of getting those chest to bar. And if you're someone that has all those chest to bar and pull-ups and bar muscle-ups, absolutely do RX. If you haven't done bar muscle-ups before, but you have all your pull-ups, again, do RX, and let's see if we can get you that first bar muscle-up. Okay, so I did this, and you'll see I'm not at RMC doing the workout. This morning I did not have a judge to judge me at RMC, and so my friend that trains at CrossFit Queen Street invited me to train and do the Open workout with him, so I gave it a go there within their community. I promise you next year we'll add balloons to our Monday night lights. Okay, so if you are someone that is strong, so thrusters, those thrusters aren't something that are going to concern you. This is a pull-up workout, so break those pull-ups up. My strategy wasn't fully executed well, so I was planning on going 7, 7, 7 for my first set of 21s. I ended up doing 7, then 5, then 4, and then I think I finished with a single. So figure out what you're going to do, but I highly recommend breaking up those pull-ups with a quick break. Then go into your double under, so your heart rate is going to be high, and this is not going to go down at all before your thrusters. So just try to relax your shoulders and breathe through your double unders. Then you're going to get to your thrusters. Again, on paper, this thruster weight wasn't terribly heavy for me, so I went out with 2 sets, a set of 11 and a set of 10. In hindsight, I should have broken that into 3 sets as well. Because then I went back to my chest to bar, and I was doing them in sets of 3. And again, for some of you, it might be singles. Some of you, it might be sets of 5. Depending on where you're at. But this is where all the fatigue of your shoulders is going to start to set in. Similar with then from going from the chest to bar down to the to the double unders. And then that weight gets heavier. So it gets heavier each time we get back to that bar. And it really does feel considerably heavier. So prepare yourself to break those up in sets as well. So as you get to your next set of thrusters, breaking those up, I did 6, 6, 6 for my 18s, and then for my last set, I did 5, 5, and 5. So I was able to get to my bar muscle ups, and in my warm up, I was able to link 3 comfortably and with confidence. And then when I got to the workout, it was singles all the way. So for scaled and or foundations, you're going to be doing a lot of jumping. So jumping pull-ups or a jumping chin over bar. So that's where your heart rate is going to go through the roof. So manage that. I still recommend breaking that up into sets as well. And either single unders or jumping jacks, that's not going to give you an opportunity to rest. So again, just kind of monitor, make some quick breaks, but break things up. So break up your pull-ups or jumping pull-ups. Go right through with your single unders, double unders, or jumping jacks, and then breaking up your thrusters. So I want to show you my next quick video, because at RMC, we don't have a rig, but we do have all the wall-mounted pull-up bars. So I did test it out to see how we can do our pull-ups and bar muscle-ups here. So depending on your height, it is possible. So I'm 5'4". I did it facing out away from the wall, because when I was facing the wall, my feet were touching. So we can play around with that. And I used mats to stack myself up, so I wasn't doing a huge jump, but I was not even close to hitting my head or my back on that back wall. So here we go again for either the pull up or the bar muscle up. So I'll show you here. There's room to spare here. Okay, so we've got some space. So if you're taller than me, we should be fine. So we're gonna have an opportunity to warm up either your pull-ups, your jumping pull-ups, or your bar muscle-ups to ensure you're in the position that you're comfortable with. And we're gonna put different risers out here depending on what height you are. This is the last workout. Let's crush it. Let's see some PRs and let's celebrate.